My toxic boyfriend slept with every girl I introduced him to, until I set him up with my friend who has gonorrhea. My name is Madison, and I need to tell you about the most insane year of my life. It started 3 years ago when I met Derek at a coffee shop in downtown Portland. He was exactly the type of guy I always fell for. Tall, charming smile, worked in tech, and had this way of making you feel like you were the only person in the room. We hit it off immediately. He bought my coffee, we talked for 2 hours, and by the end of it, I had butterflies I hadn't felt since high school. I was 26 at the time, working as a graphic designer for a small marketing firm. My life was pretty simple. Work, gym, occasional drinks with friends, and way too much Netflix. Derek felt like this exciting new chapter. We started dating officially after about 3 weeks. He took me to nice restaurants, remembered little things I mentioned in passing, and texted me good morning every single day. My friends all said I seemed happier. My mom loved him when they met over FaceTime. Everything felt perfect. The first red flag came about 4 months in. My best friend since college, Jessica, was going through a rough breakup. She'd been with this guy for 3 years, and he'd just moved across the country without even discussing it with her. She was devastated. So naturally, I wanted to cheer her up. I invited her to join Derek and me for dinner one Friday night. Jessica is gorgeous. Like, objectively stunning. Long dark hair, green eyes, and this effortless style that made everyone turn their heads. But she was my best friend. We'd been through everything together. Bad boyfriends, worse jobs, family drama. She was like my sister. Dinner went great. Derek was charming and funny. Jessica laughed for the first time in weeks, and I felt like I was doing something good bringing my two worlds together. We all had a few drinks, shared some appetizers, and made plans to hang out again soon. 2 weeks later, Jessica stopped responding to my texts. At first, I didn't think much of it. She'd mentioned being busy with work, and I figured she was just processing her breakup in her own way. But then a full week went by with nothing. No responses, no calls, nothing. I started to worry. Was she okay? Had something happened? I showed up at her apartment one evening after work. I knocked for like 5 minutes before she finally opened the door. She looked terrible. Her eyes were red and puffy, and she had this look on her face that I'll never forget. Guilt mixed with shame mixed with sadness. Jess, what's wrong? I asked, pushing past her into the apartment. She just started crying, full-on sobbing. I held her for a while, completely confused, until she finally pulled away and looked at me. I did something terrible, she said. My stomach dropped. What happened? It was a mistake. I was drunk and upset, and he was just there, and who was there? What are you talking about? She couldn't look at me. Derek. I felt like the floor had disappeared beneath me. Derek? My Derek? She nodded, tears streaming down her face. It happened the night after we all had dinner. He texted me asking if I was okay, and we started talking. And then he invited me over to his place because you were working late. And Madison, I'm so sorry. It just happened. I don't remember what I said next. I think I just left. I walked out of her apartment in a daze, got in my car, and drove to Derek's place. He was home, watching TV on his couch like nothing was wrong. When I walked in, he smiled at me like he always did. Hey babe, I wasn't expecting you tonight. Did you sleep with Jessica? I asked. No build-up, no small talk. Just straight to it. His smile faltered. For a split second, I saw something in his eyes. Panic maybe, or calculation. But then he recovered. What? No. Madison, where is this coming from? She told me everything. He stood up, walking toward me with his hands out like he was approaching a scared animal. Baby,